Welcome back to a brand new episode of Charm City Beat Live. The Ravens snap a 4-game losing streak in beautiful fashion against the Chicago Bears, who we beat this weekend. And now here we are, the day ahead. We're at a different night, ahead of Thursday night football. We're traveling to Miami, a Lamar Jackson homecoming of sorts. And hopefully we're back on track. Guys, thoughts? How y'all feeling?
Vindicated. I feel like we were trending this direction. We knew it. We didn't know how the Bears game was going to go necessarily because obviously Huntley is not Lamar, but we also found out that Huntley is way better than Cooper Kupp. Not Cooper Kupp, Cooper Rush. So, I felt good coming out of that game that we are in a really good place. And with the schedule ahead of us, we have all the momentum in the world going into South Florida. Unfortunately, Miami's coming off a huge win as well.
Yeah. Ross, how you feeling, bro?
Yeah, I guess that's the only downside is it would have been nice for them not to be coming off a win. They got a little momentum. We got momentum. Granted, we got Lamar coming back. And pretty much everyone, it's nice. No, so, once again, Huntley probably should have been starting. If not 2.5 games ago, or at least maybe even 3 games ago. I don't know why he ever was replaced, but apparently he knew it was smart to come back because he texted Harbaugh and said, "Hey, just let me know." And Harbaugh called him right away. And he was like, "Yeah, okay." So,
well, it's very rare in any sport to have a virtual carbon copy of your starter. It's pretty rare, and that's what the beautiful gift we get out of Tyler Huntley. Obviously no one can be Lamar, but hell, with the right pieces in place, you might almost forget he's there. And that's what happened this Sunday. Pat Ricard back, proving that he is the cornerstone of the Ravens. We've been talking about it for weeks now. It's not necessarily breaking news at this point. But no, Tyler Huntley, I don't know. I think we maybe could have had him about a week or two ago, and things might have looked a little different.
Agreed. You squint just a little bit in that game, it looked like Lamar. Like he had the 40-plus yard run. I think Lamar scored a touchdown there. Huntley, not so much. Whatever. He ended up throwing a pass. I just feel like he did everything right. At one point, he had 11, 12 consecutive passes completed. He was making all the right throws. He was making all the right runs, complemented by a really good, strong running game. Henry had a great game. Keaton Mitchell made an appearance for the first time in the history of Keaton Mitchell since he got hurt. And then the defense came and continued what I think is a pretty good mid-season recreation of itself. Not unlike last year, not unlike the first year with Mike McDonald, where it takes him a few games to figure out how to play defense. Unfortunately, it was against the best teams in the NFL, and that's why we kind of went 1-5 there. Yeah. I think that we had the same schedule as the Steelers, probably sitting at 500.
Easily. I have no doubts about that. Yeah, I have no doubts about that. But for real, again, it's just wild. It's just wild how one quarterback can make a difference. But everybody's playing better. Derrick Henry, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns on 21 carries. It's incredible. Doing things I haven't seen him do in a while. Change of direction and going around the block, the muff. Jesus, it was beautiful.
Yeah, and Pat Ricard, just the way he influenced some of those plays and the way he was hitting the second level. We haven't had that kind of blocking since the beginning of the season. And so really the Bills game aside, and I guess they're not as good as people think either defensively, we haven't been able to move the football on the ground as well as we could have. And I think just the combination of having all of them back and Lamar, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for the Miami Dolphins to figure out how to stop this offense. But we've seen them stop them before. So I think we've got to come into this game knowing we can't afford to lose it. And I think that's how you avoid trap.
Well, it goes back to what I said last week. We're in I don't want to put too much pressure on the Ravens, but we are in playoff mode. Every game is do or die at this point. And again, it is a more forgiving schedule than the one we began with. So again, it's win out or not make it to the playoffs, and God knows what conversation we'll be having then. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, again, everything just looked great. Kyle Hamilton, geez, I got to talk about him for a sec. Kyle Hamilton might, and we say this probably every other week. He is easily the best player in the NFL, pound for pound. I think. There was one play where he was coming up, like literally through probably like the B gap, I think it was, bounced off a guard, literally got to the quarterback in no time flat. Actually sped up once behind the line. Again, just a gifted defense.
Yeah, and part of it is they went out, they got a safety to come in to play that, that back role, allowing you to move Hamilton back into that position where he thrives, which is anywhere between deep safety and edge rusher, and anywhere in between. And you're kind of seeing that pay off, and as well as the return of Roquan Smith, I think cannot be understated. He came out on fire. He made some big tackles in this football game, and while his stats don't bounce off, no sacks, no forced fumbles, nothing like that, no behind the line, he still was around the ball all day long and was that middle of that defense that we needed, that we really didn't have against Houston when neither of them were playing, and against the Rams when they kind of made touchdowns necessarily when they had to. The Bears couldn't get anything done in the red zone, and I think a big part of that's because the middle of that field was locked up.
Yep. And big shout out to Mike Green. First career NFL sack. Knew it was coming. Excited it's here. No, I've been high on Mike Green since we drafted him, and it's really good to see. The future's bright for that kid. I mean, just the effort he put on that play alone to get that tackle is crazy.
Yeah, and you're talking about a guy that I think him and Starks, I think a little bit slower out of the gate than maybe we were anticipating, but it's the NFL. You're going up against the best players in the world, especially at the left and right tackle positions, and obviously as a safety in the NFL, it's going to be a little bit difficult to figure out the speed of the game going up against guys like, I don't know, and anyway, Brown from the Lions or, eventually Chase and stuff. He's got to figure that out. And I think they're slowly but surely coming along. And to get a sack against a mobile quarterback like Williams, I think is really encouraging for the second half of this season.
Very. Nate Wiggins grabbing his second interception of the season. And it's plays like that, at the perfect time, at the right moment, just those game-changing plays. Again, the Ravens defense, we haven't been able to say it, but they look like the defense of old to a certain degree. Ross, what you think, man?
No, yeah, like I said, Mike Green finally going. I mean, at first it looked like Rome was going to kind of take Nate Wiggins to the woodshed at the first few plays of the game. I'm like, why is the Doze wide open? This isn't working. But eventually he's got. I think Nate has been asking to follow receivers this year. So it looked bad, but in the end, he kind of did lock him down. Took a little bit, but especially if he can do that, and this pressure can get going. Still need to get that from somewhere. Mike Green first sack, great problem. Only sack. That's still. I mean, you give a decent quarterback any amount of time, he's gonna. Yeah. You can only cover someone so long. You need to get pressure somewhere. We had quarterback hits, but once again, we weren't finishing. That's like the last piece of, I think, this defensive puzzle. If we can get that, then yeah, because that year we were dominating and we were leading sacks.
Yep.
Takeaway. That's where the takeaways come in. Quarterbacks are rushing. Quarterbacks throwing quick. To look quick. I know they're still back there like, okay, all right. I mean, K. Williams, he's still young, so he might even run out of the pocket sometimes, but he might not have had to. Or when he gets out of the pocket, he doesn't know how to slow down, okay, what's going on. So once we get that, then, yeah, I think we might have a defense again.
I think part of it's Matabuke's hurt. I think you're not getting the push up the middle that you were initially getting at the start of the season. And I think obviously trading Oweh, but I do think that Eric DeCosta will likely make a move at the deadline for an edge rusher from the bargain bin. We'll see what he does, but I think he's shown that he'll bring in somebody into this rotation. But I think it is Mike Green maturing. I think it is, getting maybe more out of some of the veterans that are on this football team. And Kyle Hamilton at the line, I think you saw Sunday the impact that's going to have. Yep. So we'll see what happens. I think they didn't want. We'll see what happens. I think that it's got to be manufactured somehow. The Ravens have never had, since really Terrell Suggs was here, a guy that you were really scared of on the edge. So it's always had to be, a bunch of people coming in and making plays, whether that was Clowney, whether that was any of this Van Noy. And I think same old, is going to start happening here. But they've shown in the past that they've been able to do that in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
We'll see if it keeps going. They got a couple sacks on Sunday. That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. Again, the defense is showing a life of breath. Life of breath. I don't know. Is that the right word? I don't even know. Whatever. They're showing a sign of life here. Defense looking, at least the last couple of weeks, more of what we expect from a Ravens defense. Special teams, doing what special teams does. I just think the Ravens were forever blessed with the special teams whisper. Tyler Luke continuing his early career, 3 for 3 with a long 42 and 3 for 3 on extra points.
One thing I will say about him this week, and I watched someone else, but he was pushing a lot of them to the right this week. They were good, but there was a couple that were getting close. His last one, I think I saw the clip. He did correct, but a lot of them they're down. I'm like, he's pulling. So hopefully maybe that was just a little thin there, but they were good, so can't complain too much. No. But like I said,
if they're going in, I don't give a fuck.
I get that, but you don't want to be pushed to the right and then start pushing a little more to the right, or it's. Like I said, it was good. He's young, and also he seemed to us being figuring out the kickoffs.
Mm-hmm.
That has been less of an issue.
Yeah, that wasn't an issue at all this week. That was good.
He's so.
Stout did well punting the ball. I think we had one down late in the game. He punted one inside the 10, and I think that it's something you can't forget just how important that is in a football game. And then on the flip side of that, I thought we had really good returns across the board all game long. And then on the flip side, the Bears, with some of their penalties, they pinned it to the 1 yard line, had to redo it. And I think that was a big part of that football game too. Like our ability to take advantage of that stuff. I was there all game, and that's how you put up 30 points against a team that was 4-2 coming in, winners of 4 straight.
Let's talk. Can we talk about Devin Duvernay? I forgot that man existed.
I completely forgot he was on the Bears.
3rd round out of Texas.
So he had a return, and someone in the stands actually, do you know what you said with Duvernay? I'm like, yeah, it was that guy. Oh, it was him? I'm like, yeah, that was him. I was like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I forgot he was on the Bears.
Totally forgot.
I knew he was around. I just knew he finally gave up on him. I'm like, no, go. Yeah. No, he had good returns, but as Jordan pointed out, they had penalties that kept pulling his good returns back. Like I said, if we can stop the penalties, which used to hurt us a lot, we've hurt as many times we say, the most dangerous team against the Ravens is ourselves.
Yep.
And we finally didn't beat ourselves much. We didn't have too many stupid penalties, but then everything was fine. Even Harbaugh's not being dumb with timeouts and challenges so much right now.
Yep. Yeah, clock management, everything was clicking. Again, we've said it before. It's a well-known fact around the league. The Ravens do better than anybody after a bye. The Ravens just know how to bounce back. They know how to take advantage of the bye, reassemble themselves, and here we are having a very good conversation despite the last few weeks. I'm very confident going into Miami. I'm not even being humble about it. Like, I'm very confident. Lamar Jackson projected to come back, and in fact, maybe we can talk about the injury report. Ross, what do we have? It's a promising list. I like what I'm seeing here.
Technically they don't have a designation because it isn't a walkthrough, but yeah, I got nothing really. Everyone's fine.
I'm Dan Broderick, Washington. That's it. And we know
he's having surgery, so that's probably means he's probably going. Oh yeah, and still MIA is a decent Isaac. I don't know if they took him behind the woodshed and just finish him off wherever happened. They don't even talk about it. No one said a word about him. I don't think anyone's even asked about him. Honestly, the only reason I keep remembering he's on the team is when I play Madden. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. So that's pretty much seems like we ain't having a D tackle. So I hope EDC makes a move. He's done it before, aka Roquan. So he's not been afraid to make a big move.
Yeah,
Everyone keeps saying, even Jordan pointed out, "Oh, get Butker." Like, but I don't. I think we need. This is one of the year where, especially if we win tomorrow, and we're like, all right, we need. We have nothing up the middle.
Yeah,
we need, as we've talked about many times, we need a body. We need someone. We lost Namdi.
It's Campbell.
I'm fine with that.
Sorry about
I've heard
that.
that recently.
Sorry.
We almost got him apparently last year from Miami. I'm fine with yes sir coming back. He would.
I mean,
perfect.
It plugs a hole. So
I mean, that's. I don't need him to do much. Just eat up a body or two.
Pocket cake, maybe. I will say this. I think it was super rejuvenating to see Lamar Jackson take the podium at the castle and answer the bell there, sort of answer any type of, oh, but is this they're gonna do the same thing this we did last week and lie again? Like, I think the fact that he met with the media and everything sort of tells me he's ready to go.
Yeah.
And the big news coming out is that he was the one that told, let's get the ping pong tables out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's turn televisions off. If we could get him out of there, we would. Love you, Steve Bisciotti, but not right now. I think that shows a little bit of leadership. I think it shows that how serious it is inside that locker room right now, that they are up against the wall. Like as Gerald said, we can't afford to lose much more. And I think that, 2 games in 10 days, and it's time to go. And Lamar's leading the charge, which is great to see.
And we definitely can't lose AFC games.
no,
Those are the last ones we can even think about losing.
yeah, especially within the division. But no, it's for years we've been doing this YouTube thing since before Lamar was even in the NFL, and for years, I've had to defend him. I feel like on numerous times about his leadership, and I don't think it's no longer a mystery. This man is truly the heartbeat and leader of the team. Like he's not the rah-rah sermon on the mound, Ray Lewis, but I feel like in his own way, he is in your face. Again, getting rid of the distractions, being more low key, just, head forward, blinders on. That's what we need. Again, this day and age, teams too distracted. I think that is a big part. I think there is a lot of distractions, probably to a certain degree, a lot of noise that they hear. And I don't know. I'm just really proud of our quarterback for taking the steps to do what we got to do. And here we are.
I will say it because he does say, look, that did surprise me a little bit how earlier in the season he did do a little acting work. It's not typically his fashion. So I think now he's full locked in. Whatever's going on, he's, like I said, told the equipment guy, hey, kick out. No, like Jordan said, if he could, TVs, if I could, they're out of here. But they're off. Hide the remotes. He pretty much said that's all year. That's not coming back. I don't care what we do. We win every one of these games. These are not coming back. He said, just win. Keep winning. Keep winning.
Is there any concern about Miami? Because they are coming off their biggest win of the year. They're coming, and they're in the same situation the Ravens are. Must-win mode. The coach's career's on the line here. Players like Tua and stuff, I think, are on their last sort of string with the Miami Dolphins. I just wonder how they're going to respond. Chubb's another one, like he's on the trading block. I think if they lose Thursday. And so it just makes you wonder how they're going to respond at home against the Ravens on a short week where historically the home team does fare a little better on Thursday Night Football. But
I've learned to never underestimate any team,
yep.
especially the Dolphins, who have on countless occasions broken our hearts as Ravens fans many times. As Jordan reminded them, the year they were winless, who do they beat? Us. The zero blitz game against Lamar, which for some reason Greg Roman was like, I don't know what to do. Go stand next to each other, guys. This should work. The remarkable comeback they had home. Lamar Jackson breaks his longest run of his career. I'm sitting there like, that's game. Fourth quarter up. What just happened? So, yes, I will say they're a little more banged up than us. As I said, we literally have technically no one with an injury designation. Mm-hmm. Everyone that was hurt, Teddy, Lamar, it was full. Even old man Ronnie Stanley, he was full. Like I said, it was only a walkthrough, so it's kind of hard on a short week to get up one. But Chubb's playing, but who knows what is out. They're missing people. That's, as we talked about before, Lamar, Florida. 9 times out of 10 goes well. Like I said, there was the one game.
Flowers. Yep.
Flowers. I mean, it's like homecoming for half our team.
Yeah.
So no, but I do give credit to short week home team. Doesn't always go well for the road team.
I will say my worry is even without Tyreek Hill, the Dolphins are still a pretty speedy team. The Dolphins are going to keep you on your toes, and they have a chain, however you pronounce his name. That is my worry, honestly, the run game. Because again, the Ravens have shown this season that they don't do great against the run. I know we've had great 2 weeks, but facts are facts. And that does worry me against a high power running back, again, thinking Jonathan Taylor later down this season. Yeah, shit. So, I mean, again, I think if we can hold up the run, if we can get some, get the middle lockdown like we had and force them to pass without Tyreek Hill, there is a chance there. Like you said, homecoming game for like half our team, a lot of South Florida guys. There's probably a lot of family in the crowd. I do think this is a game that probably is going to be a very mixed crowd. I think Ravens fans probably will travel.
There's typically a lot of Baltimore fans in Miami. I mean, especially,
Hopefully.
Gerald, we talked about it once the schedule before the schedule official came out. Oh, what road game Miami? Check, yes, please. Schedule comes out. Oh, you're telling me it's the weekend it's the Thursday before the weekend of Halloween?
Yeah.
I could possibly spend Halloween in Miami. Make it on weekend. There's probably going to be a good number of fans there. I mean,
it's 75 degrees.
Yeah, it's in Miami. I don't think it's supposed to rain.
Nope. It's partly cloudy.
It's October. I mean, this last home game, which, by the way, I didn't realize until I really looked at it. We don't go back there for a month. We don't go back there to the week before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
And the weather will be drastically different from what it was there this last Sunday.
I'll say this about Thursday night. I think the last time we saw the Ravens play the Dolphins, Lamar Jackson, obviously the Miami Dolphins were really banged up in that game. Chubb was hurt. I think he tore his ACL and everything. But, Lamar Jackson had 5 touchdown passes on New Year's Eve, and it was part of that MVP campaign en route to the AFC Championship game. And so I think that bodes really well, honestly. I think it's, this team can put up a lot of points against the Miami Dolphins. They've done it a lot. I remember 2019, his first game opener, it was the Hail Mary to Hollywood Brown, and it was off to the races. I think they're going to come out, they're going to try to punch him in the mouth early and make it so they can't run the football. So they can't, dictate the game. And you're going to see a heavy dose of Henry as well. And I think it's just, they haven't seen Henry with the Ravens yet, and I think that's a huge advantage. And they haven't seen Lamar Jackson in a few years. I just think that the combination of the two, that's not worked well for some teams. And I think Miami Dolphins are one of them where I think, they get one more loss, they're done. And I think they're even going to punch them in the mouth early and often.
And also, I don't know why. I'm surprised Harbaugh even admitted to say, we're fine. We looked during the bye week and realized we should unlock him. It took you to the bye week to look at that, to realize, we have a fast little running back that can change the pay. Oh, okay. We should use him now. Why does it take till now? Okay. But
little brain cells. There's no other excuse. I don't know.
I think the Hill experiment might have worn off finally. He had 1 carry, I think. I don't think that's about all. Yeah. Hopefully Mitchell has more to it because he can get outside. He can go, and people are still talking, and I would love to see it. Put them both next to Lamar.
Yeah. What happened to that formation?
Put Henry at fullback and Mitchell behind him. Just confuse everyone.
Yeah, just throw everybody off.
Do the wing formation.
Here's some pistol formation. Again, you have both of them on the field. You have 2 different philosophies in running back to defend. That's insane.
Teach Derrick Henry how to do the read option and have him line up a quarterback and Mitchell is running back.
Yeah, whatever happened to the Wildcat days?
I'm going to stop holding my breath. I'm still waiting for the pass from Henry to run up the middle. They did it all the time against us, but Harbaugh's like, nah, I don't like that play.
Probably because it hurt his feelings.
Oh, great play. And how many times have we said he's thrown to Lamar once? That ain't never going to happen. Lamar's too expensive now.
Ugh. We could have we could be such a fun team.
Remember the Heisman package we ran that one time? That package was so fun. Matt was like, yeah, let's put that in there. That was a fun game.
Yeah.
I love that package.
Well, misery loves company. I got to say that preface before I'm about to say. We got our second win of the season, while the rest of the division just shitted up the bed. It was great. The Bengals lost 39-38 against the winless Jets. The Browns got destroyed 32-13 by the resurrection of Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And the Steelers in the most ugliest fucking uniforms I've ever seen in my fucking life got beat 35-25. Aaron Rodgers failed to beat his protege. What a great weekend in football, fellas.
And this was a Browns team that just beat the Dolphins 31-6. So
yeah,
don't know what Miami team we're going to get on Thursday, but it was an incredible feeling to be able to watch, the Ravens win and then the Jets come back to beat the Bengals. Did not see that coming. And then the Browns, obviously, they're done. But then to see the Packers just do whatever they wanted against Aaron Rodgers and the former quarterback of the Packers, future Hall of Famer, and the Steelers. I think the Steelers are who they think they are, and that's a 7-6 win team. They're not beating anybody with a good roster whatsoever. They lost to the Bengals. They should have lost to the Jets. Like, this is a team that is not good, and I think that early schedule has masked how bad they are, just as much as our early record has sort of masked how good we probably actually are, but circumstances, injuries, what have you, giving up in the fourth quarter. We've lost a few of those games, and I think we're not going to lose the teams that the Steelers are flirting with or just lost to entirely.
Steelers could potentially be 4-4 by the end of this weekend. I think they play the Colts, and they're not the way their defense. They're not.
And the Chargers. Yeah.
There's no fucking way. None. Get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm pretty sure Jonathan Taylor's gonna run over, have a field day against the Steelers. They don't stop the run anymore. They don't know what they do.
I saw fucking Cam Hayward. That guy looked like
old,
geriatric as fuck. Like, and then we Wikipedia. We looked. Me and him are the same age. Like, you got to be kidding me.
He's old.
Bro, you look 7.
He's football old.
Listen to this schedule for the Steelers, and you tell me if there's a W in there anywhere. Colts. That's probably a loss. Chargers. That's probably a loss. The Bengals. That might be a win, but they already lost to them once, so really, who knows? Yeah. The Bears, I think, will beat them in Chicago. I mean, that was a decent team we saw on Sunday that I think just too much talent on the Ravens side. The Steelers don't have that same talent, frankly.
I don't know. Only reason my concern is Aaron Rodgers might see that Bear logo and be like, hold on.
No, my friend, we meet again. And then they play the Bills, which, yeah. And they play us at home at 1 o'clock on Pearl Harbor. And that's where we're going to flip this division on its head. And they play the Lions. Like, good luck, Steelers. You're losing all of those games, maybe, which is fascinating to me.
If that happens, that's wild.
He might go 1-6 down the stretch there.
Yeah,
slam into and they end versus us. We could fucking end their season in Pittsburgh if the division's even up for grabs.
It could be. I mean, we might sweep them, but I could see it being a split. I could see it being a split. And again, the rest of the division, I don't know. The Bengals are 2-0. They got Joe Flacco.
Ravens are currently favored to win the division.
Flacco's 50-50 for this game coming up against the Bears. If he doesn't go, they're going to lose that football game. If he does go, I think they're going to lose that football game. I do think that they are playing with its fool's gold. Like, I've seen Flacco do this before with teams, and the following week they just score one touchdown because teams figure out it's cover chase.
Flacco might be hurt.
Flacco's probably hurt. He can't sling it like he used to.
He's old. He's got AC joint.
Jesus, really? He's injured?
Yeah, he's 50-50. He hurt his throwing arm. I just think that's where we're at. Carson Wentz is hurt with the Eagles. I think those old guys, it's only a matter of time for Aaron Rodgers is hurt for the season. Like, it's coming. You can see it happening. He's on the ground a ton. Now with these teams coming in, pinning their ears back, Hutchinson's going to fucking make flank steak out of them. Yeah. It's not going to be good.
It's a beast. fuck, geez, the Bengals line is just absolutely god
I
fucking.
oh, I said everyone's like, oh, you get to say Flacco on Thanksgiving. It's like, is he making it?
He's not making it Thanksgiving. It's gonna be
I'm like,
Browning.
he's younger than Burrow, and Burrow couldn't make it till halfway through the first half of the season.
It's absolutely atrocious.
What a game!
Hey
Look,
man, but guess what? They got two of the highest paid wide receivers. Too
Yo.
bad no one can fucking get on the ball consistently.
I saw this post on Twitter, and I guess it was a fan day. Like somebody reshared something from Reddit. It was saying like they had reached out to their box office, and like they were trying to cancel their season tickets, and they were pretty much like gaslighting the fuck out of them. And they were like, the guy was like, "Well, I don't think you guys do enough to build a team around Joe Burrow, yada yada yada." And he was like, "Well, do you want cheap tickets or do you want two good receivers?" Like the Bengals are absolutely fucking abysmal.
The Bengals still have to. The Bengals players still have to cross the street to go to the practice.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure they're the only team that doesn't have an indoor practice facility. Or if they didn't, they just got one.
That's wild.
And they play in Ohio.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are the healthiest, the freshest, and the most talented team in the AFC North, and I think that's going to show the next 2/3 of the football season.
Yeah.
And I bet you that game against Pittsburgh on January 4th won't even matter. I bet you were locked into the 4th seed anyway at that point. And who gives a shit? The Patriots are probably like fucking 12-4 or whatever, and the Chiefs have the division locked up, and the Colts are the number 1 seed, and we're just going to be hosting the Chargers or the Bills. Yeah.
Oh, what a show! Oh my god, the stories write themselves. Again, this is what we called. We called this shit.
I would say we make better Super Bowl runs when we're not a top seed.
Feels like 2012 when we backed into the NFC North.
That's all we do.
Beat the dog piss out of the Colts. Won an improbable game against the Denver Broncos on the road with Peyton Manning, a.k.a. Mahomes. And then, Allen, and then turn around and beat the GOAT on the road. And that's what it's got to take to get this redemption story, to get this Hollywood ending for Lamar Jackson. Like, that's from Hollywood, Florida. Like, that's what it's going to be. If nothing's easy, and we can't do it when we go fucking 14-2. So we might as well try doing it when we're fucking 9-7.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have said it for years. I was like, I mean, I would love to not go good, but we're usually too good of a team. I'm like, I'm sorry. We tried the 1 seed. It doesn't work, but I'm like, we're usually too good of a team. Maybe we're finally not that good of a team there. Or maybe we needed to slip up. And then we really are that good of a team, but we're hiding.
Derrick Henry is like Ray Lewis. He's like one of those players where you can't fathom his Hall of Fame resume not having a ring. Like, there's no way Ed Reed wasn't going to get a ring in the Hall of Fame. And I feel like that's where we are with Derrick Henry. Like, he's one of those players that is an all-time great. He, other than Lamar Jackson, he's probably the only all-time great on this particular football team. We'll talk about Kyle Hamilton in 10 years.
Hey, don't.
But as of right now, like, if you fucking push pause on this season, that was it. NFL never happening again. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson in the Hall of Fame. Already with what they've got going for him. But Derrick Henry's one of those guys that you saw it on fucking Sunday when he passed Sweetness. He's top 5 touchdowns all time. He's probably going to be top 3 when he's done. Maybe top 2, depending how long he plays.
Yeah. I saw it at top 1. I was like, I don't know you're getting there, but definitely top 2.
If anyone's going to get there, it's going to be him.
No one else anymore is going to get anywhere close to anything like that nowadays. I mean, Taylor's looking like it, but even then, it just doesn't happen. No one's doing what Henry's doing. I mean,
no. Henry is the last pure running back, because even Saquon, in my opinion, is more of a hybrid player. Just, can do a lot more than just the pure running. Like, Henry is the last true running back. Just north-south type of guy. It's a rarity now.
Yeah,
I mean, GT's another one, but I don't know if he's in the same caliber. You can't rely on him. He's on the Raiders. He's not getting it.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Again, in terms of a guy that's on a perennial team that can do it, Henry. Other news: Marshall Yanda Haloti Marshall Yonda, Haloti Nada, and Terrell Suggs were named top 52 candidates for the 2026 Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrined. If Suggs does not go through, I'm just.
I don't know how Suggs going to go through last year, but
I don't understand.
Jared Allen going through.
Bro, like, what do you
You
mean?
gotta stay out of the news. I'm like,
That's
That-
it.
every
Probably
couple
stay out of the
years,
news
he's
for
like getting a misdemeanor or something.
Yeah,
I-
that probably didn't help.
Didn't that
AP, same way.
Hey.
I think that's what happened was last year. Marshall Yonda, Haloti Nada, again.
Well, and we already should know right now. If anyone's going in, we're only going one of them is going in this year. So if we had to pick one,
I would say Suggs is my pick. And then Haloti Nada, and then Marshall. I don't think Haloti or Marshall get in before Terrell. Suggs just, I don't know.
I think Marshall had a better career. Like he was all decade. He has the all pros.
I
think Haloti wasn't even the best defensive tackle of his era, where I think you could argue Yonda was a guard.
Yes, I think it's because of the guard.
Yeah,
the guards usually just seem to like, we'll get you. We got you. You'll get in. You're a Hall of Famer, but you'll get in. You'll get in.
If anybody's gonna break that mold, it would be Marshall Yonda, though.
I mean, that's what everyone pretty much just said. I mean, he's. Wait, but no, there's a good chance though. Ravens should be represented quite well for the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
In Canton. I mean, if people know what they're doing,
but they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I mean, because for some reason they still let 1 or 2 guys convince the whole people that Art Modell doesn't deserve it because, Cleveland's a stupid city.
Corey Holt get in.
Did he? I don't know.
That's the kind of guy that sneaks in. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
No. I mean, he was okay. He was decent. Don't get me wrong. But I can name you 10 better receivers in the 90s, 2000s. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
I was about to say he's not in. I was wondering now. Yeah, no.
I'm Googling it. Googling it?
Test it.
Yeah,
Google.
yeah, Pro Bowl. Yeah.
No. Don't know. Yeah. What's that in? All of very good.
Yeah, I mean, he might get in one day.
Maybe.
And that's you gotta get some of these people just quietly sit around, and then all of a sudden like, hey, we don't got another one this year.
He was 2000s All-Decade Team, 2-time NFL receiving leader, 7-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro Super Bowl champion, greatest show turf. I think he's going to get moved. But my point is that he's one of those guys that, like, there's a lot of those guys in the 90s, 2000s that were like, they weren't Randy Moss. They were like second level. They weren't even Chad Johnson.
Not even Chad. Oh, it's going to be exciting to see who goes. I don't know. We're going to see. I like I said, while Marshall Yonda probably overall had a more impactful career, I think Terrell Suggs is going to get it. That's just my opinion. I don't know. They fucked him over last year, so who the fuck knows?
Speaking of great guards, apparently the Ravens have been sneaking around Kevin Zeitler.
Wouldn't mind that. He's from Eldersburg, which is right down the street from where I live.
I would be
Wouldn't
cool.
mind.
I was very sad when they let him go.
I was. I thought, again, who we have in fucking replacement? Falele? Jesus.
Who once again was on the ground more than I think he was blocking anyone this week. But apparently the grades were good, and Voorhees had a shitty grade. I don't know.
Ricard cleans up a lot of that shit. He just fucking fills holes, man. He was blowing people up.
People probably saw that as like, oh, Flaley blocked that guy. Meanwhile, Flaley's on the ground and Ricard's the one blocking the guy.
And they had him on. I think they had Ricard on a snap count. He wasn't out there for a lot of it, but I think they're rearing him. They're not rearing him. That's a horrible word. They're getting him. What's the word? They're getting him ready to go to rear other people. I think he'll on a snap count against the Dolphins, and then you've got 10 days off, and then he's gonna light up the Browns and the Jets.
I mean,
I'm here for it. Fucking here for it.
Even on a snap count, one of his first plays, he completely laid out a linebacker.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We play the Jets, the Browns, the Vikings, the Bengals.
The Jets, who probably shouldn't want to win by this. Jets
We're
should
going to
probably start to stop
destroy the
winning.
New York Jets. I'm glad that game's in New York. I'm glad we're going to fucking Minnesota. Like, I'm glad we're going to Miami. Let's play these shitty teams on the road. Let's fucking go.
Wait, hold on. I don't like that game at the Jets. I don't like that turf.
Like that, we're gonna beat the fuck out of them.
That turf hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That, that turf has a body count.
I bet you Zay Flowers gets hurt in that game.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm being an objective reporter.
I respect it.
There's got to be a soul in that game, and it's the guy that makes 75 cuts.
Oh shit!
One does not simply go into MetLife.
No.
Can we send Filele on a route? See what happens.
Yeah,
Maybe
go deep.
Quinn
Yeah,
Thompson.
No, it'll be fucking Ronnie Stanley or something. God, can't afford this. We cannot afford it.
Well, hopefully we make use of the NFL trade deadline. It's at 4 p.m. November 4th. We'll see what happens, man. We can use some bodies. I think in the long run, if we want to truly make a run at this, we're gonna have to add something. Just something.
I saw one report that said if they do make it, they would probably try to make it before. Well, a little late now, but probably as soon as after our game.
Yeah.
And before the rest of the week, one, so people don't get hurt, and two, that person has 10 days to ramp up for his new team. So
that's genius.
Any moves for the Rams will probably be made between Friday and Saturday.
My money's on Calais Campbell.
I would absolutely love that.
I don't think they're going to put money into anyone too big.
Perfect move.
I think
yeah, go.
It's giving last run. If they bring Calais Campbell, that's a last run type team. We're trying to win it all. Get DeAndre out, get Calais out, get Derrick Henry out on their Super Bowl victories. Again, I think that's what that move would say. We're serious about this. Get a Zeitler. If they brought in Zeitler or another guard, that's what I'm saying. Again, we know what the problem is. We want to win. We're humble enough to admit it, John Harbaugh.
Interior of both sides of the line.
Let's go.
Get anyone from there.
Give me a nose guard and a right guard. That's all I want. That's all we need. That's literally all we need.
And they know the system. They know the players. I don't think you're getting an edge rusher at the price that EDC wants. Quite frankly, we can't afford one anyway. We've got to pay for a lot of people very soon. Now, does Mark Andrews fucking make his way out of town? Because they're not even using him anyway. Isaiah Likely, they haven't used tight ends all year, frankly. It's pissing me off, but
that's weird.
It's worth the conversation. I think Isaiah Likely does go off Thursday night. I think he's been ramping up. That's the word I want. And I think
there you go.
I think where we're at. I think if Mark Andrews isn't in the playbook on Thursday night, I think he might be on his way out.
Yeah. I was actually, me and Colleen were talking, watching Ravens Wire, because Isaiah Likely was the featured player on Wire, which is wild. The rise and fall of Isaiah Likely. I think he needs a redemption game. I think, again, he's coming off the injury, kind of had a couple of plays this past week. But I think if he has a redemption game, we might be seeing Mark Andrews on the way out.
This seems to be a habit for Ravens second string guys who have breakout ends and then get hurt. Then all of a sudden they're just like, shh, go away. I mean, Keaton Mitchell just got let out of the whatever hiding spot he had. And he probably was like, "Hey, where's that crap? Is that Keaton? Yeah, come on out, Keaton. Yeah, you can play."
Part of it also is opponent. Like I think early on in the year, they just weren't getting them. I think that's part of you haven't really seen Bateman. I think we just haven't had a quarterback playing for 3 weeks now. And before that, we were either in shootouts or we were, I don't know, just the play. The Bills game, I think you didn't really see the tight ends play into that. I don't know why. But I also think going on the stretch here, we just haven't had a chance to get them the ball. So why are you going to put Isaiah Likely out when you're trying to control the clock? That kind of thing.
Early on, I remember Lamar was really locked in with Zay. Because him and Zay were going off for the first few games, and all the tight ends, like you said, were kind of just there. Likely was hurt, and then he came back.
Wasn't it when Zay Flowers like the leading receiver?
And then of course then Lamar goes down, and then so then likely comes back. Lamar goes down, and I mean we haven't. I think so they haven't had a full offense technically, really together, up to speed. This probably could be the first week of that.
Yeah, everybody's back now, so
everyone's back. Everyone's been playing.
Here we are. We got a game ball. I got 2 game balls now. I got this one, and now I got this red ball. We kind of found it's kind of cool as shit. But the first game ball goes to Tyler Huntley, without a doubt. Where have you been, my boy? Where have you been? Second one goes out to Pat Ricard. Again, the cornerstone of the Ravens offense somehow, but without a fact, this is a true statement. So yeah, I think when you swap out Tyler Huntley, Lamar Jackson, Pat Ricard healthy, the team not on such a pitch clock, it's all over. Again, the best team in the NFL is back on the field.
Yeah, we went from a Ford Taurus to a Mustang, and now we're getting a Lamborghini. And by the way, the dump truck, we have the Ford, the F-150s coming out of the freaking garage to run in front of our Hummer. So let's go. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a show on South Beach, and I know for a fact Thursday Night Football crew's pumped. They did not want to see Huntley versus whoever's backing up to him.
I mean, they definitely. I mean, they would have rather Huntley than if they tried. Hey, Thursday night we got Cooper. You want to see him? No. Can we flex this? Who wants to come for Thursday? Quick. So
Nobody.
How long does Cooper stay on this team? I mean, how? I mean, we're really going to carry 3 quarterbacks? We stuck with 3 quarterbacks.
Give the man $6 million.
I know that's going to be the problem.
Going anywhere.
That's the problem now. We got 3 quarterbacks again. We're one of the few teams that always seem to have 3 quarterbacks on our roster, on our 53 men.
Well, our quarterback has the immune system of a toddler, so.
Well, no, he's been healthy for a while. That's kind of, I think, why they were like, we can. Cooper probably was like, that's a good spot for me to go. He's been healthy. I shouldn't have to do much.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. He got hurt. I got to play.
Oh, man. But before we got any last thoughts, guys?
I'm excited to watch the Ravens in prime time. Always a good time to see them. They're the focal point. Thursday night is fun because it's middle of the week. Like, what? Wake up on Thursday? We have a football game that night? Yeah, and then unless you do shit all day Sunday. Like, you don't have to fucking sit around watching football all day. You can go do some pumpkin patch them. I don't know. Whatever people are thinking about doing. That's my thoughts about it. Can't complain about it. Hopefully we get a W.
Huh.
Ross?
No, yeah. I like it. Like I said, clears up Sunday so I can just, chill, not really care. I mean, all my stupid fantasies I'm still keeping an eye on, so I gotta not sad, especially it's getting down to crunch time. Some of the leagues here, but no, it's like I said, it's nice. It's out of the way, done.
Yeah, no, exciting. Exciting game ahead of us. Miami is always fun. Wish we were there. In another world we are. But yeah, it's gonna be an exciting football game. So don't forget to tune in. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are gonna get out of here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will be back next week. Hopefully some trades have been made. Hopefully we're having great conversations. But as always, go Ravens. And also our prayers are up for Jamaica and the Caribbean right now, dealing with Hurricane Melissa. So yeah, just please stay safe. And from our family to yours, good luck out there. Yeah,